Hey guys, I kind of want to do this. I wanted to force a patina onto my Mora knife here. It's a carbon steel knife, and pardon the noise here. Here the cat's playing, or the fish tank filter splashing some water there. So get that out of the way right away. That's what it is. It's not somebody peeing or anything like that. But I wanted to force the patina on this, and the reason I wanted to do it is I wanted to stop it from rusting. And it doesn't have any rust on it right now. That's because I've been keeping it well oiled. But if you want to put a patina on here to help protect the knife and keep it from rusting, or at least greatly reduce its chance of rusting, you're going to need a few things here. And this is to force patina. You're going to need vinegar. The few videos I saw used apple cider vinegar, but I'm cheap. And I had a ton of this stuff laying around. I mean, literally, this is one used jar, and I've got like 4 or 5 brand new ones, so I'm using some white vinegar. White distilled vinegar. I'm going to see if it works. Hey, and if it doesn't, I'm not really out anything, because this knife was like $9, so you're going to need that. You're going to need something to remove the oil from this knife. I'm using brake parts cleaner because it's a great degreaser. But you can also use rubbing alcohol. I don't have as much rubbing alcohol as I do degreaser, or the brake cleaner, so that's why I'm using that. You're going to need a glass of some sort, and I'll explain why here in a minute. A pot. Oops. This is not 100% necessary, but silver polish. And either paper towels like these or rags like those. And the reason you need the pot is because you're going to have to heat up the vegetable oil. So, first thing I'm going to do, oops, that's taking degrease that, so I'm going to use one of my handy dandy little rags here. Spray some brake cleaner on there. And clean this off really, really good. Again, you can use rubbing alcohol to do this if you don't have brake cleaner, but I'm a gun guy, so I've got brake cleaner. Because I use that, it's like gun scrubber. But a lot cheaper. Make sure that you're getting everything, and be very careful because these knives are very sharp if you're not familiar with them. So clean that up nicely. And since I'm not happy with that yet, spray a little bit more on here. Actually, even a little bit more. Actually, it helps if I don't have it on angle. There we go. And if you are using the brake cleaner and you don't know better, take it to a well ventilated area. I'm just doing this so you just know. So, and we'll go a couple more goes here. Making sure not to hurt myself, and put that off to the side in the used section. I'm also going to use a piece of paper toweling here because I know this is 100% clean. And if there's any brake cleaner left on here, wipe it off. And again, be very careful when you do this because you do not want to cut yourself, especially with one of these knives because they're razor sharp. Next, you're going to need your glass. And you're going to stick that in the glass. Do it gently, you don't want to ruin the tip. And then you're going to need your vinegar. And you want to fill it up enough that you cover the whole blade, but don't go onto the handle material. And I'm trying not to get the handle here because this is a wood handled one, but they do make others. Okay, it's not quite there yet. This is the difficult part, making sure you don't go too far. And I added just a little too much, but that's okay. We're probably going to lose some in evaporation. Now that you got the knife out of there, take and just dry your knife off here real quick. Again, I'm using the paper toweling. It's a little bit easier there. Take your vinegar. Pour it into the pot. For good measure, since you're going to lose some in the boiling process. Add a splash. There we go. Now go put this on your stove to boil. Alright, I'm back now, and dang, don't believe in vapors from boiling vinegar. Dang, that sucks. Whew. But here you go. I use a funnel. It's a little bit easier to use a funnel, but if you don't have a funnel, you don't need one. Definitely not necessary. Make sure you don't burn yourself either. I'm going to set this aside and see if I got enough in here. That's a little too much. Again, careful not to burn yourself. Dump off some of the extra. And still just a tad too much. Better to use too little than too much. Making sure the blade's covered. And yes, it is. And now I'm going to take you down for a ride. Well, actually, I shouldn't have kept you up there. But hey, you get to go for a ride and get all motion sick just watching this video. I want to show you a close-up of this action happening, so I'm going to have to go into macro mode here, so pardon any noise there. But can you see the blade? It's bubbling. I'm trying to keep this away from the wood, and keep all the metal covered, but you can see the blade is bubbling. And that's the action there. The acid, I'm pretty sure that's what's causing us to bubble. So we're going to leave this sit, and I'll come back to it in a little while and show you what's happening. Hey guys, it's been about 15 minutes since I put it in here, so I take this out and take a look to see how it's doing. Hopefully you can see that fairly well. It's got a nice dark patina on here. It is wet, so looks really nice. I'm going to dry this off. I'm going to move the vinegar off to the side here and wipe this off and dry it off, and I need this again. As you can see, it's starting to get a nice patina on there. It really has dulled down, and some patina is wiping right off and onto the rag here. So we'll put that down there on the white, and you can see it's starting. I'm not 100% happy with this, but if you're 100% happy with this finish, you can. But this is where the silver polish comes in. You take a little bit onto a rag. Stuff I have is pretty dang old, so it may take me a few seconds here to get enough on the rag to be usable. But again, it'll work. So I'm just going to take and wipe a little of this silver polish, and if you can see where I just hit the paper there with this rag, and I don't know if you can see that, it is starting to come off, and I might have to get the vinegar just a little bit deeper in there, at least for this top ring. I didn't quite get it all covered. Hey, my fault there. I was going to take and wipe this on here a little bit, and you can see a lot of that patina came off, which is supposed to happen. It's supposed to come off with the silver polish, but you'll keep doing this over and over again until you get the desired result that you want. And let me clean this off real quick, and I'll show you the final product when I'm all done here. But there you go, you can actually see what it was like before, which was right there, and what it's like after. It really is kind of turned into almost like a deep flat gray, which is really cool. So again, you can do this multiple times. Just keep repeating the steps, and I won't show you all that, and I won't bore you with all that. But this is what this is what I'm up to after the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this all up again, and heat the vinegar back up, and start the whole process all over again. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Well, I shouldn't even say that yet because we're not done, but I'll show you the finished result. You guys, wanted to show you it's still bubbling away here on its second dip. Just had to show you that and show you it's still acting, but I wanted to add one thing here, and that's you gotta rinse the knife off after each use in cold water to neutralize the acids in the vinegar. Just wanted to make sure you're aware of that. Hey guys, wanted to show you the after I give it 3 baths, and 3 baths. What the hell am I talking about? I don't know. I give it 3 baths. There we go. In the vinegar there, and in between I washed them off. Just put them under cold water, and I put it under cold water, not both of them. Silly. Put it under cold water to neutralize the vinegar and remove some of the patina material. You can do that a couple different ways. I just use a little bit of steel wool that I had. Some people use the silver polish. I tried it the first time. I did not like how it worked the first time, so I stopped after that. And I went to the steel wool. You can use like the SOS pads, whatever you have, really. But this is what the knife would have looked like before. This is with stainless steel more. That's why I couldn't do it to this one. But that's a stainless steel. And here's a carbon steel. I don't know if it's picking up that pattern I put on there, but if you see, yeah, I guess you can see that in there. At least I can. It's like that on both sides. I did put that pattern in there, and what I did to put that pattern in, I just used a Dremel with the felt wheel and just kind of went along and kind of like touched it, and give it that molted look. I don't know what you want to call it, snakeskinish look, whatever you want to call it. But you can see it really grayed up, especially compared to this one. You can see how this one catches the light. This one doesn't catch the light as easily. I mean, it still catches a little bit, but that's what it looks like. And heck, while I'm thinking about it, and I know you get to hear me ramble on some more. This is too long of a video for Stone Guy, but you can't expect Stone Guy to pay attention to a video if it's longer than 3 seconds. Ow! That's what you get when you don't look where you're stepping. At least in my house. We'll see, I haven't sharpened this at all. I'm just kind of curious. This did not affect its edge at all. Just to give you an idea, that patina did not affect its edge. So, patining it like this is not going to affect the edge. You have to be careful if you did like I did with the felt wheel. You don't want to hit the edge or anything, but there you go. You can actually put a patina, you can force a patina onto a knife if you want to, very easily, especially one of these carbon steel knives. And I'm actually, since I did it to this knife and got the technique down, I'm thinking about actually doing it to another knife. Or my cold steel Warhammer. I haven't decided yet if I want to do it or not, but I'm definitely thinking about it. It was a fun process, and sorry for rambling here at the end, but there you go. Let's see if I can get this in And if it doesn't work, I'll cut it out, so don't worry. See if we can get that close up for you. I don't know if there's enough light. There we go. Now we got enough light. Now you can kind of get an idea of the finish I put on there. Oh, perfect. There you go. I want to thank everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed, or at least found it informative.